So Hannah, tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm a 24-year-old finishing my communications degree. I have 5 siblings, and I'm the second oldest, but the smallest. And I used to be a track star, even though I hated running. Kind of something my parents forced me into, but nevertheless, I was great at it. Um, and now I'm a communications major, and I'm very glad I chose this major.
What is your experience working with people culturally diverse from yourself?
Well, before I even started the workforce, I already lived in a culturally diverse place. I grew up in the north side of Long Beach, which catered to Hispanics, Asians, Samoans, Caribbeans, you name it. So before I even started working, I knew the ins and outs of these cultures. So when I did start working, I still felt at home a bit. I wasn't too uncomfortable. The most thing was just hoping that they accept me.
If you were a patient, what is your ideal experience with a midwife?
Well, my ideal midwife would be someone who listens and someone who can talk if I don't want to listen, or talk me off the ledge when I'm going through my hormones and my craziness. But I would definitely want someone who's reliable, uh, shows up on time, someone who can take accountability, and someone who can love with all their heart. If not, how safe would I feel for them caring for me and my child during these times? Someone who really studies and wants to do their job, not just, or their career, not just collect a check.
What are the most important characteristics of your personality?
The most important characteristics of my personality, I would say I'm a great listener. And I've just run into so many people, even random people off the street, and they just walk up and they want to tell you or tell me their whole life story or whatever's going on at the time, and they're expecting just someone to listen. And I'm usually that person. And another great characteristic of mine is that I care. I care about not just my family, not just my friends, but strangers. If I see someone in need, or not in need, but maybe a little frown on their face, I'm not scared to go and say, hey, is everything okay? Hey, do you need to talk? Hey, do you, I'm here.
Lastly, what would you like us to know that we haven't talked about during this interview?
Well, when I was about 14 years old, I actually started my own business selling salsa, homemade salsa with fresh fruits from farmers markets. And I was selling, I want to say, for a mason jar, I'd sell it for $20 for salsa. And not knowing it at the time, like, people pay this type of money for fresh salsa. Like, not that I'll go back to that, but it gave me a little bit of confidence that, what I do works.
Thank you for your time.